students, welcome back to Appleby Academy's classes. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the topic Consumer Protection Act 2019. So we are actually discussing this particular topic under the unit Business Environment and International Business. So when you're going through the previous year question which got held on June 2024, shift 1, you can see a direct question from this part and in which it is actually asked about the various rights of consumer. Okay, in list 1, it got specified about the 4 rights and list 2 is about explanation which is related to this same right. So, when you're just going or when you're going to answer this question, see, you should know about basic rights which is available for a consumer. And anyway, before getting or before solving this question, we can just go through basics of COPRA 2019. So, COPRA 2019, that is Consumer Protection Act 2019, anyway, which replaced recent act that was in 1986. That was COPRA 1986 and which got replaced a new act that was in 2019, and this particular act came into effect on 2020, July 20th, 2020. Anyway, when you're just considering this COPRA 2019 with 1986 Act, there were a lots of difference. Like when you're considering it with 2019, you can see that new regulator, CCPA was formed, and see, when you're considering about the online websites, like e-commerce sites got included in COPRA 2019, which were not at all included in the earlier Act. So, all these were included in case of Consumer Protection Act 2019. So, which all are the highlights of COPRA 2019. So, when you are listing about these highlights, you can say that it's about the formation of CCPA, Central Protection Regulator, like when you're saying about consumer protection, then you can say about this mediation cell got formed, like in order to make a mediator or act like a mediator between the consumer and between the producer or manufacturer. And we can also consider about this e-commerce sites got included in case of COPRA 2019. Let's see, introduction of central regulator, strict penalties for misleading advertisement and guidelines for e-commerce and electronic service providers are some of the key highlights. So see, CCPA got introduced in case of COPRA 2019, and it's also about they are giving strict penalty if there is some misleading advertisement. That means if the company is giving some advertisement which mislead consumers, they are just making or they are just giving heavy penalty in order to discourage those activities. And it's also important that they got included these e-commerce under the radar of COPRA 2019. So now we are going to discuss about the various rights of consumer. So when it's about the rights of consumer, generally there are 6 rights which is given to consumer, like right of safety, right to information, right to choice or assured, right to be heard, right to seek redressal, right to consumer education. So now we are going to discuss about each of them in detail. What do you mean by right of safety? See, it's about getting right against marketing goods which are hazardous to life of that particular consumer and all. So it is like they have to maintain this quality measures, like all these become very important under the Act of Right of Safety. And when it is about right to information, it is important that the consumer gets informed about various things which is related to that particular product. Like you can say that if you're using a particular product, you will get informed about the various ingredients which is used about it, the date by which that got manufactured or the date of expiry, and all these things are mentioned in the product itself. This is all because of the right to information. Okay, right to be informed about the quality, quantity, potency, purity, standard, price. Yes, price. You can also see about the MRP, maximum retail price. You can see that also in the particular product or label, whatever. So that is because of the right to information. Next, it's right to choice or right to assurance. It's about giving you the freedom to choose whichever you like. You means your consumer like. Okay. So wherever possible, through access to a variety of goods and services at competitive prices. You can choose variety of products from the market which find reasonable for customers or which you find reasonable for you. This is due to the right of choice. Next is right to be heard. To be assured that consumers' interest will be received due consideration at appropriate forums. Which means under this right to be heard, see, the consumer can create some non-commercial consumer organization or just to give some ways to protect or share their interest of these consumers and all. And then right to seek redressal again unfair trade practices or restrictive trade practices or unscrupulous exploitation of consumers. If the consumer found that he got exploited, he can just go through various systems which we follow 3-tier system, which include district forum, national commission, state commission. See, they can just go for these forums and they can complain, they can make their own complaint related to that. So this is all possible due to Right to Seek Redressal Act. And finally, it's about right to consumer education. See, as a consumer, it is very important that they should know about the rights and duties of these people itself. Okay, without knowing about their rights, how can they find that whether their acts got or whether their rights got protected? So it's very important that every consumer should be educated about his rights and duties which he is able to avail under the Act of Consumer Protection Act. Okay, now when you are coming back to this question, see, list 1 is actually saying about the different types of rights, and list 2 is actually explaining or giving a proper explanation related to this. So coming to the first one, consumers have a right against the marketing of goods, product or services which are hazardous to life and property. So which right is actually protected here? See, it's a very direct question. It is actually related to right to safety. So you can actually match A with 1. So when you're just dealing with these questions, match the following question. It's very important that if you found at least one matching item, you can just go for the option and you can check it whether there is any option like that. See, we know that A1. So when you're just checking these options, you can see that there is only one option which is just like A1. All the other options is like A2, A3, A4. So you can see that by identifying only one matching item, you are able to solve the question. So in all situation, when you're just dealing with a match the following question, always identify those options which is familiar to you, or those one which you can match easily. And based on that, just go through the options and you can eliminate all those options and you can finally arrive at the right option. So in this situation, from the first statement itself, you are able to answer. That means you can eliminate all the rest of options and you can directly come up with option A. Anyway, we'll check other options also. What about B? We'll read list 2. Consumer have the right to know about the quality, quantity, potency, purity. See, all these are the direct explanation which is related to this right, which is given in a Consumer Protection Act. So this is about right to know. That means you are getting the right to informed. C2. Okay, C should be 2. So moving to the third one, consumers have the right to be assured that their interest will receive due consideration at appropriate commission. So with which you can actually match this option. See, it's about right to heard, right to be heard. It's about they will get or their interest will be protected. For that they have various commission and all. So you can match D with 3. And finally, consumer has the opportunity to choose from a wide range of product at reasonable price. It's about right to choice or right to be assured. So B4, right? So you can go for options like A1, B4, C2, D3. That is so correct answer for this question is option A. So in this video, we mainly discuss about Consumer Protection Act 2019, and see, it is very important that you should go through the rights, and when you are discussing about a particular right, it's very important you should be noted about the act, when it came into force, the date, month, year, all these concepts are very important. So I hope this video will help you for re-preparation. Thank you and happy learning.